I am Don Clemmer. I was mayor at this town from 2005 to 2009. Well, you know, when I started, I was not really seeking the office. I was approached and asked to run. I was a little bit reluctant, but still, after a while, decided it was a thing that needed to do. At that particular time, we had had some growth, especially in the Mountain View area. And of course, with the growth came problems as well. We desperately needed a lift station. We had an old, pretty well dilapidated lift station, and we were having sewage leaks on a regular basis. So our first attempt was to go ahead and solve the problem. I was already out of office when it was completed, but everything's in motion, and the funds were there, and of course the contractors were working on it. But that was part of the pains of growth that always comes with expansion. That pretty well solved a problem with Mountain View. That was one reason I did want to go ahead with mayor. There was something needed to be done. I ran for 2 terms. I went for that first and went for the second, and then of course I decided not to run again after that because it seemed like there were not those kind of problems. And it was a good experience and good people to work with, had a lot of cooperation. We had a tremendous amount of volunteer workers in the town, and we were really blessed with them. I remember 2 presidents of the United States. George H. Bush, when he was running for the 2nd term, had a political rally here, and they stopped at the crossroads here at Ranlo. He was on a train, of course, and so I remember that was a big event. Going back a lot of years when I was just a small kid, I remember that they brought the body of Roosevelt. They took him from Georgia to Washington, and he was on the train, and we lived over on Spencer Mountain Road. I remember our family drove over here, and even at my age, I can still remember that car when he passed through here. And of course, all the way from Georgia to Washington, people were along the tracks to observe that train. We've been in Ranlo since 1974. We've seen a lot of things change in Ranlo over that time. Living in Ranlo is almost like you were in the country. We were very fortunate. We had all the conveniences. We were so close to Gastonia. We had the conveniences, but yet we had the privacy, or a lot like the country when we came to Ranlo. And those are some of the pleasant memories of the early days. Of course, anybody who drives Interstate 85 now, they realize how much that's changed. But Ranlo's been a good town. I don't think you could have found a better town anywhere to live than Ranlo.